I want to talk about what is happening in LA, and I really hope that you will share this video, that you'll interact in some way with this video, because what I have to say is really important. What is happening in Los Angeles is a result of citizens rising up against a tyrannical government, because there are agents of this tyrannical government that are going around and kidnapping Latinos because they fit the description. They fit the description, brown. And they assume every brown person is illegal. But they forget that California used to be part of Mexico. So did Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, just to, name some of them. But I digress. So they are going after Latinos specifically. They targeted work sites. These aren't criminals. These are people that are working. They pay taxes. They're your neighbors. They're good people. They're not bad people. And most of them are here legally. We've heard of ICE agents going into courthouses to round up immigrants that are there for a court hearing. Well, if they're there for a court hearing, then that means they're doing it the right way. They're not here illegally, and they're not criminals. And these ICE agents aren't even wearing proper gear. So do we even know that they're actual ICE agents, or are they just J6ers cosplaying? Because it's probably the latter, more than likely. That's what it seems like, right? Because this is not the way that ICE has ever behaved before. And yes, ICE is a problem and has been since its inception. It's been a problem. But they at least wore proper uniforms and didn't terrorize neighborhoods. They didn't go into kindergarten graduations and just willy-nilly grabbing Latinos at random. They didn't do that. That's terrorism. That's state sanctioned terrorism. And I'm sure this video is going to get flagged because I said that. But somebody needs to call it out for what it is, because it's state sanctioned terrorism. And what the citizens of Los Angeles are doing, they are standing up to a tyrannical government. And if we collectively allow what is happening from the administration, calling in the National Guard to stop a protest, a peaceful protest. It's not violent. The only violence is from the ICE agents. That's where the violence is. If we allow that to happen, it's going to happen everywhere else. And it's not a coincidence that it's happening right now. It started 1 week before his little parade that he has planned. But all over the country, there are protests planned for June 14th. The No Kings protests. So if you have plans that don't include going to a protest that day, well, you better break those plans. I don't care if it's your baby shower or your friend's baby shower, a wedding shower, or a wedding or your wedding. You need to go protest. There are far bigger issues at stake here. Like, literally all of our freedoms are at stake. So your wedding and your baby shower can wait. Okay? Go to the protest. Maybe you still get married and you take some photos at the protest. Now those are some great photos for a wedding album. Okay? But you need to get out and protest what this administration is doing and what they plan to do. You have to stand up and use your voice, use your First Amendment right. And it doesn't matter what they do between now and Saturday. It doesn't matter what they do. What they try to enact, you still need to get out there and protest. This is your country. Stand up for it. Stand up for the people that they are snatching off of the streets. These are people that have not done anything wrong. They're here legally, and some of them are citizens, U.S. citizens. And what the administration is doing is very much reminiscent of 1933 Germany. Because people forget how it all started. And that's by design, because largely the truth about how it all started is not actually taught in school. I am 42, and I learned the truth about how it started by going to college. I didn't learn it in high school or any grade before that. If you just have a high school education, more than likely you just think that it was Jews that were targeted and that it started with concentration camps. It didn't. They built up to that. And they weren't targeting a religious group. They were targeting an ethnic group. Yeah, because being Jewish is an ethnicity. Okay, so they were targeting an ethnic group. And the administration in the U.S. currently is targeting an entire ethnic group. They're also going after LGBTQ people and disabled people, which is also what happened at the beginning of the Third Reich, controlling Germany, which then led up to, the WW2. Okay. And those people were put into camps. And they tried to quell unrest. They tried to control the ethnic Jewish population by snatching people off the street in the same way that ICE is doing it right now. It is the same thing. The same thing. They are calling an ethnic group criminals, members of gangs, and just the most ludicrous things, which is also what they said about ethnic Jews, which made the people of Germany think it was totally okay to round him up. But it's not. And we're to learn from it. And this time, the ethnic group that's being targeted is Latinos. And it's happening here in the United States of America. So you've always asked, what would you have done? The test is now. So what you have said you would do if you were in Germany in 1933 and beyond, leading up to and through World War II, whatever you thought you would do then, you better be doing it right now, honey. You better be doing it right now. Because eventually, if you don't stand up, this country is going to be something you won't even recognize. So stand up, rise up, and use your First Amendment right.